We
Alright,
do
well,
see a good amount of character variety here.
we do.
So we switch over to Barker.
Yep.
We missed the first straight, but we do see him chilling in the back. Not the worst place on Twisted Mansion,
Yeah.
because you can get those power items and catch up on lap 2 and 3.
Yeah.
And there's always the chance that he pulls the shock.
Yep. We'll see what he gets from this last set of lap 1 here. A little bit of stream delay, and it's a ghost. Okay. Not a horrible
Not
item
the
set to
worst.
have back here. Could have hoped for something better, but we'll see how he manages with these.
Yeah, with the ghost, he knows that if one of his teammates does pull the lightning bolt, then he's going to be able to dodge, and that his teammates in positions ahead of him don't have to worry about a ghost stealing their items. So he could potentially make something happen with this.
Yeah.
We do see a lot of Central America in the back here. Only Kenji from Brazil really back with them. So looks like Brazil's got a lot of top presence in this one so far.
Yeah. Fortunately, both POVs in the back of the race right now, so we can't really see what's going on up there. Like you mentioned, we do have a lot of character variety. I saw a Dry Bowser on Wiggler. I respect that. See a Daisy. I see a Donkey Kong.
Yeah. The Daisy on Biddy Bug is really blowing my mind. That's not a combo I was going to be expecting at all.
Yeah. I mean, if it works, it works. I say as they get redded out. Poor guy.
We do see Central America coming up into these top spots, at least holding down 2-3-4 even. So that they've broken through into the mid spots. Still unsure who that warrior is in first, but based on the players we've seen,
and it will be a
top
it
is Central America. Big starting race, real strong result for them.
Yeah. Oh, a top 4, 7-11. Wow.
Able to break through Brazil's top presence there and then really hold it down for themselves. Really great first rate there from Central America.
Yeah. That's something that you really wanted to see for the beginning of that.
Yeah, if you're a Central American fan, then
yeah,
that's the result you want to be seeing. Now it's up to Brazil to claw their way back.
Yeah. Do they have an answer? It looks like their answer is Super Bowl Subway. We'll see if that works out, if it even gets chosen. Of course, the Wario Stadium pick coming in for Central America. The strongest runner.
The strongest balance track in the game.
And it does get selected. So...
yeah, let's see what Brazil can do to crack this top 4. See if Central America can hold on to it. Yeah. If they can start chaining these big running races, then Brazil.
We'll have a look at Pedro's POV to see if there's anything that Brazil has planned from the back, which is unfortunately about a 30-second difference, but we'll live.
Man, those dry Bowser bumps around that first turn are really throwing me off.
Yeah.
I would not like to be Pedro.
Yeah, I would not want to be Pedro.
Scooty versus Dry Bowser.
Yeah, the poor Daisy up there, who I believe is Sparky. There are a lot of Scooties on Brazil, so yeah, that may have... oh, that's a bad bump. Yeah.
Dry Bowser bumped out of the ramp strut.
Dry Bowser Wiggler was definitely the right move with how light overall the roster we see on Brazil is. It is working wonders for them. Where is that Dry Bowser? Looking for him on the map and I'm not seeing him. Oh, he's in the back.
Kind of mixed spots in the back at the moment. And we do see a Waluigi in first, so that leads me to believe it is likely one of the Brazil players.
I did just watch Barker get killed out. A little bit of a spoiler, but I did just watch Barker get killed out. So, he was running up there. I didn't exactly catch what spot he was in, but he just entered lap 3. So, I'll see.
I know the Wario and Dry Bowser and Daisy are all Central America.
The two,
Whoever
three,
this is in first is gone.
2-3 from Brazil. They are gone unless a blue shell is pulled. Attempting the wall
trying
dodge.
the wall dodge.
Does not get it, unfortunately.
The way that they were playing in 2-3 leads me to believe we were looking at a brief Brazil top 3.
I mean, we'll see if whoever was in second is able to maintain that. A lot of Central America members did pass Pedro there, so I don't know if they were able to rally together and kill him out, or if they're still.
There's the blue shell.
We're about to find out, I guess.
Maybe it was a Central America holding that blue shell in the back.
Pedro does make his way into third, but we're gonna have a look at the results right now, and it is, a top 2, 4, 5 for Central America.
Central America's starting this off by putting Brazil to the sword a little bit in these opening races.
Yeah. This is exactly what you want to see if you're Central America.
They're doing what they do best, just chaining big wins.
Pile the lead on early.
Brazil sticking to their guns with that Super Bowl subway pick.
Yeah, if you're Brazil right now, you can absolutely not let yourself get demotivated at this point in the war. There are still 10 races to play. There is still plenty of time to come back from this deficit. And if you're Central America, you cannot let your guard down. Despite how much you're winning right now, you've only played 2 races.
Super Bowl subway, quite a good pick in my opinion from Brazil. The 4 item sets means that if they have that back presence, the odds of them pulling the lightning bolt are much increased.
Yes. Pedro
we see Pedro hitting one of them out early.
Yep. Are still holding first and does snag the double. Almost bumps him into the train, but not able to quite. Now trailing in first, goes for the back, but Shim is able to back him up.
Oh. That's a lot of
front presence for Central America up there. However, this is a very, very strong bagger, so we will see if Brazil is able to capitalize on pretty much their entire team being in the back right now.
Yeah, I believe we're looking at a top 5 from Central America at the moment.
Barker is in last.
And getting backed.
Barker is in last at the moment. Oh, but we do see the shot come in.
We do see the shot come out. Barker not dodging in last leads me to believe that's
Let's get a replay
Brazil
of that
shock.
So it was absolutely a Brazil shock. Got 2 of them into set and dodged a 3rd one. Very well done by Brazil. See if they're able to capitalize on that. An early shock.
Yeah, that shock will get them up into the top spots, but let's see if they're going to be able to hold it for the rest of the race.
Pedro being able to pass a lot of Central America right now, after a lot of them get killed in the subway section. Dry Bowser is dying on the Wiggler, though. And Brazil is doing their absolute best to just run away right now. They're in 4-5. We don't quite know what's happening up in the front there, but...
I believe that DK is Brazil.
Central America is in 3rd. That's Kaguya up there.
I'm not sure who the Roy player is. I haven't been paying attention.
Neither have I.
But we do see the blue shell coming out. Is it going to get to that Donkey Kong before line?
Yeah. Pedro holding his plan very smart with all the people around him. And we'll see what the results of this match are. We have a 1-3-4...
4-5.
Yeah.
Brazil pulling it back.
Yep.
Huge result for them, and one that they absolutely needed.
Yes.
That Super Bowl subway pick really paying off there.
Mm-hmm.
And we do get clarification that Roy is on Team Brazil. It's Royal who is the Roy.
Yes.
Interesting track selections here from both teams. 1-3-4-5. Unless Water Park is some sort of Brazil special.
It is very good for inward, and Brazil does have an inward player on their roster, I believe. So, if they're attempting to capitalize on that, then we'll see how well it works, unless we do get the Dolphin Shoals pick, which is looking like we will.
My favorite soundtrack in the entire game, Dolphin Shoals.
I was never really that big of a fan of the song on this track, but I do respect it. That race will be a plus 18 for Brazil. That's exactly what they needed. That will offset completely what they went through on Wario Stadium, so now they just have to make up the top 4 at the beginning on Twisted Mansion. Still down 26.
We see Brazil still holding down these top spots. Although Kaguya is sneaking up in the Streetle, giving him an advantage on this track. The handling on the anti-grav and the water speed, just... it's such a good vehicle on Dolphin Shoals.
We'll see if Pedro is able to get around this red that Kaguya is trailing. Very tight up here. Oh, and Kaguya team kills his own mate. Oh, that's unfortunate. You could tell how bad he wanted to get that trail off on Pedro, and he just wasn't able to. A lot of items being thrown up here.
A lot of Central America now in the top.
Laying traps up there.
Pedro opting to stop. There we see the Brazil Shark.
Alright. This is a race now. We do have Central America in top 2-5, it looks like. Shim getting redded out. But Kaguya doing everything in their power to just try and keep this. Has the bomb trailing in first. What's he going to do with it? We're going to find out. Oh.
If I'm Pedro, I am absolutely terrified right now.
Yeah, I am giving Kaguya all the space in the world. Like, you have first. As long as you're not messing with my team. Brazil in 2-3-4 right now. This would be a perfect bomb spot, and they do drop it. Oh. It will hit fourth.
Gets Kenji
I do think
out.
they avoid third, though. Yeah, the dry bows are still up there. That's still a 2-3 for Brazil. Maybe even a 2-3-4. I think I saw.
Yeah, it depends who was in that bullet bill. They'll be in a top spot with some very powerful items here.
Yeah.
Maybe this Shroom can clutch a first from
Kaguya.
Kaguya.
To get into first place. The answer is no, he will not. Oh, but his teammate able to get in there.
Royal coming out of nowhere.
That was absolutely huge for Brazil.
That's a massive race. Royal coming in clutch at the end from out of nowhere.
I believe that was... I believe those are the correct spots. And Brazil...
What an absolute wild end to GP1.
Yeah. Brazil, starting to bring it back a little bit. Like I said, the one thing I said after 2 races was that Central America cannot let their guard down. And it looks like they're starting to do that because the massive lead that they had after the first 2 races is starting to fade away. They need to get back into the form that they had those first 2 races. Otherwise, this is going to turn straight towards the tides of Brazil. We'll see how they come back. Brazil does get their water park pick for their inward player in first.
Let's see if Roy was able to break away here.
Yeah, that would be huge for him.
The stairs being the classic demon of every time trailer. Let's see if Roy was able to
overcome
magic
that.
And get away.
This track, one of the best runners for inward. However, world record still held by Mr. Scooty. Pedro able to shroom his way into first on that very vehicle. We'll see if he's able to break away or not. And he's not. Falls behind to the Wigglers. That speed is massive.
Kaguya dropping out of first there and opting for the double box. So we do get to see MVG in first.
Another Scooty getting redded out. Couldn't quite catch who that was, unfortunately.
We do still see Royal up here in a top spot.
It does look like the delay problem is fixed. This is much more accurate to how close these two actually are in terms of...
We've got a Brazil top 3 at the moment.
We do.
They're able to hold this. This is a massive turnaround from those first 2 races.
Maybe
a plant in the mid spot.
Barker is shrooming through the carousel, trying to make his way in there, but also trying not to trail his teammate. Throws away his Nandas into the glider. Oh,
if I'm Central America,
that's bad.
If I'm Central America at the moment and Brazil still holding that top 3, I'm looking for the lightning bolt.
Oh. Checking on Pedro, and he has a single shroom. Pulls triple greens. That could cause some havoc in the pack. Will he go for Alan? He will, and he will succeed.
And he gets Alan. Can he get Kaguya as well here?
He's not going to try. I think that's fair.
Starring up.
Yeah, just going to take his star and ride to the end of the race. We didn't get to see much of the front there, but it's a top 3 for Brazil.
As soon as Brazil got a hold of that momentum, they've just been going with it.
Yeah.
Let's see what Central America can do to stop it and potentially flip it again in their favor.
And now, once again, the same thing I said earlier, but now the script's been flipped. Brazil cannot let their guard down. They have to keep pouring it on if they want to win this war.
Who is the German guy? Zoro asking in chat. It is Barker. The Central American nations, not all the flags are in the game, so using the flag of Germany for this one. Hyrule Circuit is an interesting pick from Brazil. I'm not sure if it was Royal in first, but if it was, inwards do struggle a bit more on the ending Nisk for Hyrule Circuit, so choosing it if he's in first is an interesting pick.
And with that race, Brazil has taken the lead 208 to 202. Let's see how they do it hanging on as we enter the halfway point of this race. Or this war, rather. I'm sorry. We'll see who decides to bag and who decides to stay up there. Both POVs are running.
We do see Pedro slowing down.
Bagging. Yep. We'll check up on the pack here. Marker doing the Nisk to make his way into second. We do have Brazil in first and I believe third. Oh wait, no, I think the Wario is Central America. That's Chim. Yeah, that's Chim. Valstroom's is
Brazil now holding that top 2. And we know that they have some back presence. This is a very strong position for Brazil.
Yep. And we have a little bit of lag from the side of Barker, unfortunately. Stream lag. Pedro will dodge this shock. That looks a lot like it. That has to have been a Brazil shock.
It's either a Brazil shock or Pedro is the best predictor I've ever seen. Yeah. Dodging 2 shocks so far.
Yeah. Very strong war from him so far.
Let's see if he can pull a bullet bill. Getting the 4 shrooms. Still very strong position for him. 4 shrooms going into last lap here.
Yeah. Going to take every shortcut possible. Oh, but it's looking like a very tough pack for him to have to get through. We'll see what he can do.
Yeah, these triple greens from Alan just holding him back.
Yep. And he will get hit by them.
There we see.
Didn't space.
That's great play from Alan, just holding back the Brazil players that were trying to dodge up.
Oh, and running into the trapped box. Oh, that's going to be the end of his race. Let's have a look at this ending in the pack here. Okay.
It's like a fairly strong result for Central America.
Yep. And that's a 3-4-5-6 from Central America.
Still
that's a very close race.
Still a top 2 from Brazil, but that 3-4-5-6 from Central America really just holding it down for them, making sure that Brazil's momentum doesn't snowball even further.
And that will be a -2 in the favor of Brazil. Or a +2 in the favor of Brazil, rather. So at halftime, the score currently sits at Central America 242, Brazil 250. Very close war. Interesting.
We knew this was going to be a close one coming in.
After that race, Brazil does still have a little bit of momentum, but not nearly as much as they did when they were storming to bring back the lead from Central America. We'll see how the second half of this war plays out. Is it going to stay close? Is one team going to run away with it? Or are we going to see a repeat of the first half?
I'm hoping to see a repeat of the first half.
Yeah, that was very fun to watch.
The momentum swings just It's what you dream to see.
Yep. Central America getting their pick in Electrodrome here.
Really strong track for their 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah.
They're able to just draft off each other, break that top 2 by the first turn or second turn.
Pedro having a little bit of fun with the horn before the race begins. He's gonna drop out of a couple. He's gonna drop a couple spots before first glider. Unable to get the first set. Unfortunate beginning for him. Kind of stuck in the pack.
Yeah, that trail on his right is terrifying.
Yeah, doing everything in his power to just get away from that.
Not sure what hit out Kami there.
Yeah. Trying to red out
The
Alan.
red
passes
skipping
him.
Alan.
Yeah. Hopefully that doesn't hit his teammate on a glider. Is going to plant off one of the Central America's members. That's not bad for him. Oh, and someone coming out of the shortcut taking that red. That was on its way to hit Pedro.
We do see the blue shell coming out. The Dry Bowser did drop out of that blue shell. Whether that was coordinated.
It appears as if Chim had a horn, or was able to dodge the blue with either a shroom or a horn or something. He remains in first.
We do see Brazil there in 2-3, the Dry Bowser and Roy both being on Team Brazil.
Yep.
So it looks like they have everything behind that first place of Chim.
As we check in on Barker, who uses his triple shrooms and star. And pulls another
Missing
one in the
that-
8th. Very lucky pull from him. See if
Missing
he's
that
able to
chain into the
capitalize on
doubles
it.
into an 8th place.
Yeah. That could not have gone better for him. In the pack now. And gets redded out by Royal. Had a nice little moment there, but that will end.
And we see Chim has been hit out of first. We see Brazil has taken over the mantle at the front.
And as I was about to switch over to the POV of Pedro, we see that he was hit into last. So that's horrible for him. Barker in a very good spot right now. We'll see if he can pass a few people by taking this ending shortcut and gets hit by a right off the glider. Oh, that's just painful to watch. Is going to land himself
Still
in
holding
8th.
down 8th.
Yeah. And that will be a 2, 4, 5. I believe
7,
that was
8, 10
2, 4, 5,
for
7, 8,
Central
10.
America.
Yeah. Very.
The most even race we've seen.
Yeah. Is that a tie race? I believe it is.
Tie race, maybe
It
a
is
plus 2
4. It is a
to...
+4 in the favor of Central America. So that makes this war even closer at 285 to 289 with 5 races to play.
Central America doing all the right work to get back in front. Brazil just holding on to that first for the last half dozen races, really saving them. Sweet Canyon pick, not a track that I see picked very often in 6v6.
Can be a good pick though for if you have a lot of mid to low spots like your 7s through 10s. They can draft up, pull shrooms, take cut at the end.
And
Animal
no
Crossing
winter.
will be fall.
No
My
winter.
personal favorite Animal Crossing. Also my personal favorite actual season.
Favorite actual season's definitely winter, but I would be lying if I said I enjoyed any aspect of winter on this track.
Oh yeah.
See a few players opting to bag at the back, but the majority of this pack is running, it seems.
Neither
Central
player
America
hits that
holding
advantage,
top
so-
2.
Yep. Pedro does break in, but we'll see what happens to him up here. Is going to maintain it. Oh, that trail from Sparky, and he's hit out by the trail.
Sparky also dying to that green that came out.
Zulax. We check in on Barker, who is in second place with a shroom. Chim also in first with a shroom.
Having those two players in first with shrooms is a very powerful position for
Central America.
Central America. See if Bark is able to pull some defense for Chim so that he can hold those shrooms for the rest of the race.
We'll see if Barker opts to... Oh, Barker and Chim opt to go through the shortcut here. But so does the player in third, which would be Alan. It's a top 3.
Top 3 Central America. Blue shell coming out.
Chim does have an extra shroom. He's going to dodge the blue. Oh, but Barker gets hit in the blast radius.
It looks like Chim might have just failed that blue dodge.
No, he's still up there in second. Maybe he let his mate pass. Barker
see if Barker's able to hit out a couple of these
barely
Brazil
avoiding
players.
that bomb. Barker
Is he
wants to
gonna
take
pull
another
shroom?
look
He
at that
does.
one. And it can't be a DAC race if you don't get killed out at the end. Welcome to this track. Going to last.
Going to last.
That's a top 2-4 from Central America. Despite Barker falling to the bottom, they will still win this race by a considerable margin. They will reclaim the lead. That's what they needed. They now have the momentum. +4 into GP3. The score sitting at 330 to 326.
Yeah, holding those top spots and knowing that you've got a strong player like Barker starting in 12th. There's a strong position. And DKJ coming out, noticing that Royal was in third from Team Brazil, choosing a track that he can't do the super bounce on, able to further increase the lead should DKJ be picked.
Yeah. I've always mainly seen DKJ as a first, maybe 1-3, 1-4 track. We'll see how they manage it in top 2. The bumps there can be brutal.
Yeah, if they manage to coordinate themselves, then DKJ is definitely going to benefit Central America.
It will be selective, so we'll see how it goes for them.
That top 2 could turn very quickly into a top 3 with Royal not being able to super bounce on the first flower.
Yeah. All Scooties in the front, though. If a Wiggler is able to make its way up to the top here, then we could see him passing a lot of people. Oh, the immediate bump on Pedro. That's what I mean. Bumps can be brutal. From 5th directly to last, just because the character in front of him is heavier.
Looks like a strong Central American presence at the top.
Barker in 4th. Sparky up there. We do have the top 2. I don't know who that Donkey Kong is. Oh, Barker getting bumped off, though.
I believe that Donkey Kong is on Team Brazil.
The Ghost in 8th is a really good item for Barker. Not able to get those triple reds, though, so his team is still in danger as he fails the drift there.
Switch over to Pedro, so he's in 9th holding a star.
Is he going to use it to get rid of the blooper? He will use it to avoid the red. And as we know in this game, blooper does actually affect your handling stat. Makes your cart way more slippery. It actually has a use now. Val getting absolutely destroyed there. I don't know by what. Random green out of nowhere.
Do you see that blue shell getting the player in first on this little end split path?
Yeah.
Able to cause some damage and allow that DK that was quite a long way behind just to catch her right up into first.
Yeah, as Barker in the pack with triple shrooms in the star. He's in a very good spot right now if he's able to capitalize on this. Makes his way into 3rd. Gonna have to watch out for those triple greens, though. He will star Val. Or at least it looks like he will. Maybe he won't. Barely avoiding that green throw. Good evasion. Gonna just plant his way up.
Yeah, holding down this 3rd position.
It does not look like top 2 can be caught. Going wide for the Bill, which will be his teammate. Brazil in 5th. Oh, and pulls triple greens. He's going to have to be careful.
He could cause some mayhem with this plant, though.
And he does, but he falls off. Unfortunate ending for Barker as he gets passed by most of the pack. We will see what the result of this race is. That looks like a Brazil top 2. Oh, it's a 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 9 from Central America. Very good race from them.
Skynet being that Donkey Kong in first, widely regarded in the in lounge as one of the players impossible to hit.
Yeah, very good damage control by Skynet to keep that race from being any bigger of a deficit. A plus 14 for Central America still, but Brazil is very still much in this, only within 18 points going into the final 3 races. Some varying picks coming in. Brazil United under Royal Raceway, but a couple of different options coming in from Central America, and it will be Royal Raceway. The shock is very strong on this truck. It has one of the biggest TS spots in the game, being the glider. So we'll see if either team decides to capitalize on that.
Getting shocked off of that glider can end your race, even if it's on lap 2.
One of my personal favorite tracks to just drive in this game, so unfortunate that it's as wagging heavy as it is. Still fairly balanced, though.
Definitely runnable, but
Definitely
not one that I would
if
be...
there was not a shocker blue. But the chances of that on a 2-minute track are slim, so...
As we talk about bagging, we do see a player from each team in the back.
Yeah.
Lots of Central American presence up
there,
the top.
Getting trailed by Barker the moment he enters the shortcut is going to decide to go back and bag for his team. As we see the shock come in from Brazil. NVGS has shock.
This could cause a lot of mayhem if you're on Team Central America.
Yeah. Central America has to see that shock. They have to be wary of what that could do. I'm not sure who's in the front right now, but if that's Central America, they're going to want to space it out so that the shock doesn't do much to their front run. Does look like a lot of them up there. Will we see the shock come in and target shock them? They will get Chim, and they will dodge Skynet and Pedro. That was very good for them.
I think that might have even gotten that top 3 after that set. Even better news if they did force Skynet.
Okay. Skynet has a star in 4th. He's in an amazing spot right now. As we see, Central America in 3rd. Not sure who's in top 2. But if I had to guess from the way that they used that shock, it may be Brazil. Because they didn't want to TS them. We'll see how this race ends for Pedro.
We do see Skynet still in 4-5 with Pedro.
Yeah. Still unsure of who's in that top 2, although they are in sight. Oh! Okay, it is Central America in 2nd. We still don't know who's in 1st. It's Kaguya in 2nd. Oh. At least a 2-3, maybe even a top 3. We'll see who was in 1st for that.
Whoever's got first is
it's a top 3,
gonna change
5,
the
6,
course.
7. Oh my god. That is absolutely massive.
That's a monstrous race for Central America.
Yeah. And this lead is getting to a point where it's not quite insurmountable. Brazil is going to need to rally back and go back to what they had in races 3 through 5 if they want any chance at coming back in this war. As Central America sits with a 50-point lead.
We saw Brazil come back from minus 38 going into race 12 the other day. Will we see them come back from minus 50 from race 10?
It is very, very possible. And this would be one of the best teams to do it. Like we saw before early on in this war, they will not let the fact that they're losing by so much get into their head. They will just play and see what happens. And we'll see how that works out for them.
Going dry desert. Absolutely one of the best picks for your team, Brazil.
Yeah. After a bottom 5. But it will be Hyrule Circuit. We'll see how much Central America is able to capitalize on that, especially with Royal being on Inward. This track not being very good for Inward whatsoever.
This might be a race where Brazil just needs the shock. They need to get Central America either TS them or after the final set. But we'll see what plays out. Royal shrooming up, joining Pedro in the top spots for Team Brazil.
Attempting to do a little bit of damage up there.
Still surrounded in the top by a lot of Central America, though. Getting that nice trail onto Team Central America.
Yeah. As we check in on Barker, who's going to watch Pedro get absolutely destroyed and continue to pull single shrooms back here in 11th. Unfortunate for him. The blue comes out. Not quite sure who's in first, but I'm going to assume that Central America has maintained that.
Yeah, we know that's Pedro in last, so we can assume
that's...
that's...
off the glider. Worst case scenario for whoever that is. Barker only able to pull shrooms.
And it is Brazil going for it in the back. 2 players from Team Brazil.
We'll see what happens for
in
him.
11-12.
He will pull another triple shrooms and star. That's not what you want. They do have bottom 2. They do have multiple people going for it. We'll go around last set, though. As powerful as Nisk is, as much time as it saves, it might not be worth it if you're Pedro right here. Your team needs this item so badly. And he just can't pull it. This is looking more and more like it's over.
Do you see a bit more Central America in the back now? Still Royal and Pedro, but after this golden, it is Central America in bottom 2. If that is Team Brazil holding on to first or top 2, this could be a good result for them.
Pedro is able to pass a lot of people at the line. Pedro and Royal getting 4 and 5. We'll see who
4, 5, 6 at the very least.
We'll see
who was first.
Front, and it was the top 3 for Central America. That'll do it. It's over.
That's curtains there.
And with that race, Central America is up 64 with 1 race to go. It is now insurmountable. The war is over. Congratulations to Central America, defeating Brazil.
Well-deserved victory. Well-deserved victory, but
very well played.
Brazil put up an absolute... Played so well, especially the first 8 races.
Kind of let their guard down in towards the beginning of GP2, but were able to rally back after Brazil took the lead at halftime and bring it home.
This is what Central America did so well through the play-ins, just having all their players in the top spots, not relying on any single player to kind of put up a big score, just all working together as a unit.
And we will see Big Blue as the final race.
The classic. Race 12. Known affectionately in the Australian community as Hayashi House. If only he was here to witness it.
Pedro having an unfortunate beginning to his race. We check in on Barker, who's also having an unfortunate beginning to his race.
Yeah, the start of Big Blue, one of those tracks where you either get into first or you get hit back to 12th.
Yep. Pedro has made his way back into the pack, in 4th with a single shroom and a single red. Top 2 from Central America. However, Pedro doing his best to make his way into the front. Will not hit the doubles, unfortunately for him. I believe that Peach had a bomb in 3rd. He does. They do. It's a tough battle between
Pedro
Pedro
landing
and
that
Peach.
banana snap.
Yeah, that was a really good Nana Snipe from him. Peach's chin. Yeah.
Double defense in first.
However,
Barring shock or
there is a blue
blue.
coming. There is a blue coming. And he is going to get blued in midair.
I have to watch this up because we do see Skynet coming up.
Yeah. Central America with the top 2, though. Even with the war over, they are just pouring it on. Adding insult to injury. Will they go for this bomb, or will they just play it safe and take the top 2? They'll take the top 2.
Take the top 2. Congratulations, Team Central America. Really well played.
Yep, top 2, 5, 7, 8, 9. Good way to end it if you're Central America. And as the result screen appears, that will be the war. The final score, 533 Central America, 451 Brazil.
Yeah, congratulations to Central America. Played so well throughout the entire thing. Commiserations to Brazil after putting it all out there.
Yeah.
Played so strong throughout the entirety of this World Cup.
Mm-hmm.
Really proud of that performance, and they should be.
Yeah. Well, thank you for watching, guys. Thank you, Ben, for commentating with me.
Anytime, it was a pleasure.
And again, we apologize for the technical difficulties at the beginning of the stream. While we were trying to get everything figured out, at least we were able to put on a match for you guys. So, that'll do it from us. And we'll see you guys tomorrow, right? Tomorrow?
I believe so. I think the first match tomorrow is Australia versus Switzerland.
All right.
At least on the 8DX side. I'm not sure about Tour or MK Wii.
All right. Well, we'll see you guys then. Yes, this was the last match of the night. Or it wasn't? I've been told that it was. All right. Well, before we end stream, we're going to go figure out what's happening for the rest of the night.
Let me see if I can pull it up real
Head
quick.
over to Endgame TV's Twitter. Alright, well, that's the last Mario Kart 8 Deluxe match for the night. We will see you guys again in 1 hour for a Mario Kart Wii match. And then after that, 2 Mario Kart Tour matches. So,
Yeah, still plenty of World Cup to be seen tonight.
yep.
Just
And
not
then-
on the 8 Deluxe side.
Yep. 8 Deluxe will continue tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern Time with Germany versus China. So, for the 8 Deluxe community, we'll see you guys then. For the Wii and Tour communities, we'll see you guys in a couple of hours. That's it from us, and thank you for watching.